Aloha, this is Aja Eyre with Maui Pono Network for your weekly update. We're coming back from a little break that we had. The council takes a break. The county kind of steps back from ordinances and committee meetings, and so did we. So we're excited to see you again. Thank you for being involved. Thank you for staying up to date on what's happening in Maui County. So some of the big things that happened over the last couple months is one sad thing, pretty majorly sad. We had talked a lot about the conservation resolution that was being put forth by the ADEP committee. And that was a list of lands that the committee was going to recommend to the conservation group to try and purchase on behalf of the county for conservation. So this wasn't taking people's land. It wasn't saying we're going to acquisition all these things. We're just saying this is land that might be available that we think would be good for the county to purchase upon conservation. There was a lot of wetlands on there. And so a lot of environmental groups and people went out onto these meetings and suggested all these different pieces of land. And unfortunately, it was kiboshed by some of the big landowners. So they came in and said, whoa, 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 this is a land grab by the county. It was nothing like that. It was just a suggestion of fragile land that the county should look at purchasing when it's available to buy. Unfortunately, some council members, you might know who they are, said absolutely not. And it was not even allowed to be discussed. It wasn't brought up. It was not put forth past the ADEP committee. And it was very disappointing. This is a very disappointing, not just for environmentalism, but also for our economy. Remember, Maui's economy is based on its open space and preservation of its environment. And so it was, in my mind, and I think some of the other people that I work with, a big slap to just Maui's future economically and environmentally. The county does buy land for conservation. This was just a suggested list of fragile land that should be purchased at some point. But you know, the one good thing about this is we see people's true colors. When something as non-committal as this, just suggestions, gets shot down, we know what people are, maybe who they're being influenced by. And I'll just leave it at that. But there's also some good things happening. There's a lot of talk that, as there has been over the last 2 decades, but especially right now, about our ocean health and near water quality. And the ADEP committee is holding this Thursday. So this is, let's see, August 3rd at 1:30 p.m. There is going to be a presentation at the ADEP committee. So you can go on Blue Jeans and watch this, and it's just about ocean health and near water quality. And they have some studies and some scientists coming and talking about this. Now, this is really important because kind of along those same lines, we have the Lahaina reclamation plant here. There's no public hearing, but they're accepting public comments about this until August 14th. So this isn't the same thing as the ADEP presentation, but it kind of goes in those along those same lines. And we all know that there's been a lot of problem with the injection wells. So injection wells are a way of disposing of used water and sewage, and the sewage is treated and then injected into the ocean floor. I'm giving you the real simple version of it. We have found that it has not been treated properly. There was a federal suit, all these things. We could go into all that, but what's happening right now is they're saying, hey, we've still got to get rid of the sewage. So we're looking at a reclamation plant in Lahaina, and the public can comment on it until August 14th. There are some discussions that maybe the water is not adequately treated through this reclamation plant, and that a lot of, there's a lot of water that will be used for golf courses. It's called R1 water, and they can use it for, watering landscape and things like that. But a lot of that water is still going to be put back in the ocean through the injection wells. So this is something, if you're going to comment and you're not well versed on this, if you're going to submit a comment, maybe just say, need more information. Public wants a public hearing or some sort of educational outreach from the state and from the county. If you know more, I'm sure you're submitting something, but talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends about this. I know that the Lahaina community is really concerned about this. It really affects our reefs. Again, Maui's future, Maui's economy, Maui's environment is based on our open space and the health of our environment. So there shouldn't really be political sides on this. It should just be what is going to be best in the long term for the reefs. And that's what we need to go for. Along those lines, Robin Knox has been a warrior for water quality for a long time in the county. And she's actually hosting a showing of Underwaters, which is a film done about the injection well case and the injection wells in Maui. And that'll be happening at the Maui Ocean Center. So you can check on our information on our website. We'll have information on how you can go see that. It's a really great film. You can see the trailer, and just a good way to get educated about what has been happening and what may or may not happen. You know, we'd like to see those waters clean before they're put in. You know, kind of shifting back to the council, things have been quiet for the last about 6 weeks, and now the council is ramping up and it'll be in full swing until December. So we are going to have a lot of information coming forth. There's a lot of things coming up. I know that some of the council members are trying to put resolutions to the state about raising the transit accommodation tax for the county, raising minimum wage, getting paid family leave, all these things that can affect your day-to-day life. They're really working on those. We will stay up to date on that. We'll provide the news for you. And as always, comment on our Facebook page, on our YouTube videos. Let's get this conversation going and just flowing. Ask questions of other people. And again, it's always good to just talk to your neighbors about these things, find out what they know, find out what they don't know, and let's talk about the important things that are happening in Maui County. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you taking the time to get educated, and check our website for more information. Oh, and before I leave, one more thing. There will be a few events at the end of August put on by Reclaim Democracy about the genetically modified mosquito release with the Wolbachia bacteria. So again, this is something I know a lot of you have been watching closely. There'll be some informational sessions sponsored by Reclaim Democracy Project towards the end of August. 3 events on Maui Island. I'm sure that we'll have a way for Lanai and Molokai to come in on that. But this is affecting the whole state. The other counties are actually slated for that. So we will have more information for you as well about those end of August events sponsored by the Reclaim Democracy Project. And thank you. My name is Aja Eyre with Maui Pono Network.